agreement, and then the court will judicate upon that agreement. Whatever two of you agree upon, court will stamp it. Okay? And so that is you guys' family agreement, that you were able to come up with agreement. But if you guys can't come with agreement, then the court will mediate fairly. The real battle will start. Court has given them some moment to go and sit behind as a family, let them try their best to see whether they can resolve it. And in this condition, maybe like what we heard was that in that signatory, that Baba Mohbad was requested not to talk about the result of the DNA to the public because he's the one who needed it, not the public. So if he's ready to cooperate, he is going to get DNA done. And there are some other conditions, things that were made in that contract to the best of my knowledge. So Baba don't feel like it's the best thing for him to do at this point. So yes, then that brings us to the point, okay, the first conditions we have been hearing all this one from the anti-justice people, saying that WUMMI, saying that Baba Mohbad does not have the right to ask for his grandchild DNA. Okay. Now, if a man doesn't have the right, why are you telling that sick person to go and see? Someone doesn't have the right. So they are speaking from different mouths. On one hand, they say Baba Mohbad doesn't have the right. He can't seek for the God will not wait this time to begin to say they want to listen to such things. Because one person is not the man is not everywhere, but the public is almost everywhere. So when we say so, then the man will think, truly, you guys are right. Let me see. Okay, I will speak into that. Okay, I support that. Yes. Let's have that done. That's what happened. And since the man supported that, then there was a revolt from the side of the wife. Okay, and thank God that today nobody is telling us that Baba doesn't have the local stand. Baba have the full right now. Baba, we have been able to cross one bridge by clearing the fact that a grandparent, in fact, any member of the family, has a local standing. That is to say that the brother of your wife, okay, or the sister of your husband, anybody in that family have the local standing to request for a DNA test of a member of that family. And again, this is customary marriage, okay, where the family comes into play. The family from both sides come into play. It's unlike English law. There are 4 laws in Nigeria. We have the English law, the common law, the customary law, and the Sharia law in Nigeria. But out of these 3 laws, out of these 4 laws, it is only 3 laws that guarantees your marriage rights in Nigeria. The English law, customary law marriage, and the Sharia law marriage, the FÄTH3R. Okay? So, we have learned a lot from this case, and I don't know why anybody in their clear eyes should, for one reason or the other, find anything good about supporting women. Nobody in their clear sense should try to defend women. That is not right. Women doesn't portray a good omen in the society. Women is showing a bad sign in the society. Your husband died. Okay? Did women report the killer of her husband? Mohbad was killed at home by the nurse. They asked women in line 145 of the CTC. If you have the CTC, anybody, check 145 of the CTC. You know me, I like to give evidence. They said, where did your husband die? She said, in the house. So all this one that people are dragging Iyabo just said this, people are not following up with this case. They just want to drag somebody. Wunmi said it herself last year that Mohbad died in the house. Okay, how can your husband, somebody come? According to WUMMI, she said her husband was fine because we were saying that the condition we saw Mohbad was not good. Mohbad was like dying. Mohbad was not fine. They claimed that Mohbad was fine, healthy, right? Because they don't want to show that they were not taking care of Mohbad. Mohbad was fine, healthy. Somebody fine, healthy. A nurse came and killed that person. Why didn't you report that nurse to the police? Something bad happened. Nurse never killed Mohbad in the first place. Nobody will report the nurse. There are some powers in the hand of Mohbad. This nurse, it is possible Mohbad died before he even get to that house. It is possible Mohbad died on the bridge somewhere. If you look at the statement of the Jebami said, they asked the Jebami, they said, what cloth did Mohbad wear to the show? Jebami said, Mohbad wear like the Adidas, the white short sleeve, and a long trouser, a black long trouser. Okay, and then they say when Mohbad came back, how did he come back? Okay, according to the Jebami, Mohbad he didn't come back, he didn't wear top. Okay, he just come back just like that. He was wearing his boxer, the same boxer that we saw in his Nash on Tuesday. The boxer he came from the show with that same boxer. Okay, with that same trouser. Thank God they put the trouser. They put the trouser. That is why we saw Mohbad like that in that car. Because that's a boxer in his ears. Mohbad was not alive on Monday. That Monday, Mohbad seems to have died. Truth be told. Okay, this game is all a game. Alright. Now, boxer or no boxer, they asked the guy, they said, why did Mohbad pull his top or what happened? This guy, he cannot explain why Mohbad pulled his top. He just said that he saw Mohbad with that top. They now said that then the top, what happened to the top? Was the top stained with blood? He said, yes, it was stained with blood. That on Monday, that guy that was in that car with the dread, when they announced Mohbad's death at the West, he said that guy went to wash it. Imagine, somebody who doesn't live in that house. Ade West doesn't live in that house. He's just a friend who came to visit. He's going to wash Mohbad's clothes. What is WUMMI doing? God. WUMMI is trying to distance herself from everything. It's clear. The person writing the script, who was cooking, Adura, who did this, Darosha, Adura, WUMMI is taking herself from almost everything. Who went to buy Panadol, who went to do this, someone else. WUMMI is taking herself. WUMMI, were you there when they were injecting Mohbad? I was going up and down. I was not totally there. I was going up and down, going to the kitchen, cooking fried rice. You see, this is clearly a bad sign, a bad omen. But we don't have good people who could have checkmate the government. In a case like this, we need violent, rugged activists who can drag the government, who can sue the government. Baba is not suing the government. Baba doesn't even know what is checkmating the government. They can cheat Baba, and those aren't Baba, they are bush people. That's the right way to call them. They are bush people. Okay, Gurexi, Muyiwa, they don't have it. They are bush people. That's why sometimes when we call them these things, they are. When you bring Gurexi, I know Gurexi used to sleep on this panel. We analyze everything Gurexi said, but Gurexi cannot make sure that they advise Baba to do it. There is almost nothing that we want to say that Gurexi doesn't know. This was one of his best platforms. This was one of Gurexi's best platforms. Muyiwa came here, we spoke for almost 8 to 9 hours. I asked myself, are these the people that Mr. Joseph Aloba is telling us to be following? That we should be following, that these guys, can Mr. Joseph Aloba pray and God open his eyes and let him see what is around him? No wonder why those guys are pushing away everybody. They're intentionally pushing away everybody because they are communicating with some people behind. They will come and tell you, we have petition. They think you are stupid. When they tell you that they are petition, right? They want you to silence. They are trying to make you believe that all the fault is with the government. No, it's not like that. You can fight the government and win the government, provided that you have evidence. Embalming case is there. You can force the government, the court to force the police. There are so many things lawyers can do. Now, why am I teaching lawyers their job now? Can we bring any lawyers up here and say that I'm lying and challenge? We'll be saying things that lawyers, barristers, they hear us, they know what we are saying. But these people, I guess that they know. They just want to tell the public something that when they tell you, they say, don't ask questions. Scientist is Sonu. This one is Sonu. That one is Sonu. They know what they are doing. That's why when they come here, they know we ask questions. I will tell them, you submit petition to the court, embalming to the police, right? Police did not do nothing. Then what next did the lawyer do? There are other things lawyer can do. What next did the lawyer do? So lawyers now, you don't know the next thing to do. That's why sometimes, right, I want those lawyers to come to the public. Let Baba lawyer come up and be telling us that police is not doing nothing. If Baba lawyer come up and tell me that police is not doing nothing, I will believe them more. But all these small kid boys that doesn't have good brain, okay, that is looking for their pocket and something else, I won't believe them. Let lawyer come and speak to us. If truly police is fucking up, is causing problem, let's hear from our lawyers. Lawyers are part of it. Lawyers will never come out and condemn the government because they know what they are doing. That's why they are pushing those guys. You guys should go and speak. Go and speak. Because when they go and speak, they think they will speak to fools who cannot ask questions, who will just nod their head like this. And they will tell you, go and pay. Go and pay. When I say you are paying, me who is talking to you here, I've paid 320,000 plus in that GoFundMe. I didn't just say that the GoFundMe is not right. Like, money is not the issue. Who cares? Go and check the GoFundMe. You will see how much I've paid there.
So, Papa Rihanna, what's the way forward with the people around Baba now?
No. Baba has fucked up with this case. One, the man has church members. He didn't bring his church member. Why is the church member of Mr. Joseph Aloba not helping him? The man is just like that alone. Are the church member that bad? It means it's a game that Baba Mohbad is playing. He knows what he's into. Now, blessing. Why is blessing? Now, okay. They said WUMMI is the reason why Mohbad is not close to Baba Mohbad. That WUMMI is the reason. Is the husband of Blessing also the reason why Blessing is not close to her father? Mohbad doesn't like his father. Blessing doesn't like his father. Adura doesn't like his father. What is about this man? When Mohbad was alive, most Mohbad's behavior was not nice towards Baba Mohbad. We have to say that we have to, I mean, we are not privileged to know what Mohbad knows. That is the thing. Seeing people so quiet, soft like this on social media doesn't mean that they are that soft. When you know them very well, you live with them, you know what they are. Okay, are we going to say that Adura, Mohbad, Blessing, they all don't know what they are doing? It is you who know what you are doing. I'm sure you don't have father. I am sure it's been a long time you lost your father, so you need somebody to just father yourself. I can give you some people from under garage. Since you are desperate for father, you will give them GoFundMe. They're going to be your father. My father is like a brother to me. One, he can never be a father to someone like me. Never. Unless maybe I don't know how old he's going to be, but maybe at the age of 9 or age of 7 or 6, I don't know. But anyway, so as I was saying, I am like a referee. Okay, a referee is always fair. I am not going to support what is wrong. If the reason why I'm saying Baba Mohbad is for justice is because justice for Mohbad is the public that starts justice for Mohbad. Baba didn't start justice. Baba can't tell people to get out of justice. Baba is not in the position. Won't beat Joseph Alobada, could supplicate anybody master of justice now. Did he start justice? Baba Mohbad, Grex, Muyiwa, and all those around him, did they start justice? No. It is the public that start justice. What been turning saying, what they will go fund me. They want to can get out of justice. He will leave justice. Oh, Garagon, in the street, oh, I eat money in the street. We work finish nice. Everything comes again. Anyone I want to show justice. God give it, God take it. God give it, God take it. Anyway, so this is the man.
Good evening.
How are you? Welcome.
Yeah, just as we normally say it here, is the platform for Expo, but they don't want to accept. Well, let's keep trying helping them. On the DNA issue, right now that the whole thing is in the court and is in front of the judge. So to help for them to listen, if they want to take it, they take it. How can we build a very convincing case whereby a credible judge will not be able to rule against him that he doesn't have the local standing to ask for the DNA? Very convincing one. Just to help them.
In the first place, one thing has been established. The father has a local standing. Local standing means he has the right to ask for such. That is why the case is ongoing. Okay, he has the right. the judge, they have been through 1 or 2 or 3 sittings. Okay, Baba Mohbad has the right. So the question of Baba doesn't have the right is ruled out. Now, everything is on the advantage of Baba Mohbad. As long as Baba has the right now, he has the right. The court case, okay, is on his advantage. That's just a simple truth. But I don't know what lawyer is helping them. I think he's a baby lawyer again. Anyway.
But they need to build up a convincing argument as well.
No, me, I've said something. I have said that, let me say I'm the lawyer for the case, okay, of the DNA. These are my line of argument, okay? One, every child, objectively, not subjectively, objectively means anywhere in the world, okay? Because the judge also considered this sometimes as a discretion. This Mohbad case, DNA case, is almost the first time a case like this will happen. In fact, we don't have a legislation on this case. This Mohbad case having to demand DNA, that the father of the deceased having to demand DNA of the grandchild. This is the first time that we have this case in Nigeria. So there was no law for it. Okay? There is no single law. The best law that we have, okay, concerning DNA is Section 63 and 67 of the Child Rights Act 2003. That is what you will see anybody quoting. Tell lawyer Falana, tell any best lawyer, because when you consult, you want the best. You want to know. It's just like you want to go and preach. You now go and meet one person. There's some Bible chapter when you that if you to write down with this topic, okay. On my phone, yes, okay. Lo Genesis 2:3, Lo John 5:15. You use it to kill the case. So the same thing with the law. It's a written law. We are being judged by written law. The laws are already written. So, but every country upgrades. There are new things that happens that you don't have such law. The judge will use his discretion. He will use his understanding, his competence, and the judge will think about the future. In the future, when this similar thing happens, people will look back and look into how that judge passed the judgment. That's what they call judicial precedents. So judges are very careful because whatever judgment they pass is going to affect any other judgment that come in the future. Okay? So whatever judge that is judicating upon this case is very, very careful. That is why the lawyer must put up a good argument too. Objectively, point number one, objectively, every child deserves to know their parent. Billiam is under the age of 16 and 18. Okay? And by that law, the court, with a very good reason, or at the best interest of that child, will order for a DNA, for a scientific test, a DNA test. So, because this child is a baby, okay, and there have been so many controversies over this child, if this child was able to speak and was an adult, this child will want clarity. He will want to clear this. So may the court, okay, have mercy on this child, because this child is a baby. Let us not cheat babies. Let us observe their rights. Things that if they grew up, that they would have still done. Let us assist them. The earlier, the better. Okay? So objectively, every child wants to know their parents. If you ask any child who has never met their father, if you are given one, if you are given a wish to know your father, would you want to know your father? A father you've never met. They will tell you yes. Oh, I really want. Okay? So why not us making it happen now that we have the chance as a court? The court will look into that. Okay? The best interest. And now, secondly, okay, WUMMI has been accused of being promiscuous, okay, of being involved in extramarital affairs. We have several witnesses. I don't want to mention their name because of that witnesses is very important, but she has been accused of promiscuity and all of these things. So as a result, and the Aloba family is very strict. The Aloba family do not accept bastard, okay? Because from the day the Aloba family accept bastard, something bad may happens to bastards. in their lover family. And we love this child so much. For Baba Mohbad to pronounce this child his child, if that child is not his child, something else may happen. And Baba don't want anything to happen to that child right must be granted. If that child father is still alive, let the child go to the father. Okay? We love the child so much. The court must look into it if you want to save that child. That is point number 2. Point number 3. There have been so many occasions whereby the wife, will I say, the wife has been threatening to unalive, to end the career or unalive the husband. Okay? Witness, solid witness. Wumi said that I'm going to end your career like Lil Frosh's career. Okay? And hours after that, Mohbad passed. Okay? And other videos of Mohbad himself calling Wumi in bitterness, telling Wumi, do you think you can kill me and kill the rest of my family? No father, no lovely father of a child will become that much like submissive to the extent whereby issue of life and death will now be the discussion between him and the so-called wife. In fact, and that is why she had to quickly get rid of the husband. And fourthly, I'll just say fourthly. Fourthly, the sequence of events that led to the birth of baby Leah is questionable. Baba said at about July, Wumi came to, Wumi said Wumi wanted baby. A lady who is, how can you come and say, okay, that you want Baba to pray for you to have baby? Okay. So Baba prayed on Wumi. And so the following month, it was in the month of July. Okay. And the following month, August, Wumi called Baba Mohbad, that's 2022, Wumi said she was pregnant. So now, according to Wumi, she was pregnant for 10 months. I'm quoting Wumi. She was pregnant for 10 months. August plus 10. That should be May. Women should give birth in May, but Wumi gave birth in April. That shows that Wumi was pregnant all the time Wumi went to Baba Mohbad. And again, number 5, Wumi quickly rushed into marriage, into a marriage that cannot be called a marriage. Okay, just to fulfill section 167 of the 2011 Evidence Act that says any child that is born into a marriage is presumed to be the child of that marriage. For example, let me say you went to marry a pregnant woman.
Yes.
You marry, you marry young. For the moment you marry, that it is sign that you married the person today and she's pregnant. If she gave birth after that moment, after she has been married, it means she gave birth into the marriage. That there is a marriage that she gave birth into. The law says that child belongs to that marriage. If she has given birth before you marry her, no problem. That law is not applicable. But Wumi quickly married when she was pregnant. And so Wumi gave birth into that marriage. So again, most of our plans, the good God has brought light into the subject. So the good court should just allow the due process of the law to take place so that justice can be achieved and can be the fruit of okay, and because of the future, because of the reference that this case and the attention this case has gotten, I think it is in the best interest of the court to pass such decision. So that's 5 points I've given. I can do more than that, okay? But now, all in all, as we have said before, Baba Mohbad could have challenged. You see, Muyiwa is calling Wunmi our wife, our wife, our wife. I don't understand this nonsense. That's why sometimes, right, when I'm dragging them, it's because when I act as a scientist, when I come in and I want to speak from the side of knowledge, I don't care about whoever their age. I care about knowledge. If they're doing the wrong thing, I give it to them. One of the reasons Africans and black people are going to Poland today, they cover evil. In that. Just because someone is older, he has white baby. Okay? You are minding the way you want to speak to the person. We are under the same law. We are adults under the same law. Let us all respect law. If you don't want people to talk to you anyhow, do things the right way. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the president, right? So if the Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not doing things right, because his Bola Ahmed Tinubu is older than you, so he deserves to do Nigeria the way he wants, right? People don't have sense. People don't have sense. They'll say, Babak Balak Emma Bounce or Ben, at least show some respect. I want young cool or show some respect. In your Tikumba, the Tikumba, the Walayemo, only live more, Babash live. The one to show some respect. I am a badge. I go my badge. I am a labash cashin. Sungo and did need Jiri Ojo, Yahweh, not the Chris. Chance sharing. Respect, equal respect. Anyway, so when I've said this on this platform that time, we said that, as I'm speaking now, according to them, the way I'm sounding anti-justice. You see, I want you to pay more one, JB value one, J won't represent anything. They'll be coming around any anti-justice, any anti-justice. Kilo justice. We don't know. So anyway, let me quickly make a solid point again about the marriage. I said that there are some steps that Mohbad's father could have taken. Okay, taking that step, Wunmi will be the one to run after Baba Mohbad to be requesting for DNA to be done. Baba should not be going after Wunmi because Baba doesn't have competent lawyer. Okay, they are all baby lawyers. Baba with a good lawyer, they will take steps that Wunmi would be the one that will be calling Baba Mohbad. This child belongs to this family. I want to prove. Okay, anytime when you are ready, this child belongs to this family. Simple step. Baba, you don't believe that there was a marriage. There was no marriage. Baba went to Arise. Okay, Baba was trying to say that the marriage, they disgraced Baba Mohbad. Arise tried to put Baba Mohbad in his place, and some people that doesn't have sense, they'll be calling Arise anti-justice. The state fact. We have law in this country. Okay, if you don't use that law, someone else will use the law against you. Like the police right now is misbehaving. We have laws that you can use to arrest the police. The police can be disciplined, they can go to jail. But we are not using the law. You are watching, you are just crying. Okay? What I'm about simply, okay, we do not accept this marriage. This marriage, the pretense, the bad marriage, the pretense. It has come to our notice that this woman has been promiscuous, has been committing adultery, okay, and we don't do this in our family, and we refuse to be part of this marriage. There was no such marriage. The process of this marriage, everything is all questionable. We withdraw from this marriage. So now, Wunmi and Baba will be in court fighting to see what kind of marriage Wunmi even married. Okay? And now, while that marriage case is ongoing, you bring DNA case again. Join them. You are challenging her marriage. After that, you hit on the DNA case. After you hit on with that one, then you hit on with what killed Mohbad again. And now, all the gangs that she went together to come and be insulting Baba Mohbad, you accuse them of conspiracy. You drag all the infants, you drag them. If you still know how to do case, right, you will enjoy this case. Oyaki will meet you in jail. Oyaki will meet you, I swear by now. Oyaki will meet you, I'm telling you guys. But anyway, Baba Mohbad has destroyed justice for Mohbad. I hope his music career. Gbami la mama mi gba o. Baba tani o gba kini mo ṣe. Bàbá mi ló pé Ádámù níjọ́sìn. Ádámù sì dá bàbá lóhùn. That is where we are. Àdàbí àbí wọn o, àdàbí àbèrè o, àdàbí àbí wọn o, àdàbí àbèrè o. Èmi ò mọ wọn sọ pé mo ṣe tán fi rojọ́ mi ká. You see? So again, me, I don't want to talk. Like for me, gbogbo anger mi, my cast yes wọn, gbogbo time that you waste, èmi máa drag you. You see, contain anybody lè sọ, okay? But mama watch wọn, mama feel ọ̀tún máa drag wọn. Mama feel sí máa drag wọn, mama for ọ̀tún máa wò wọn. And mama wo bóyá want to make anything change, but I know that they have killed this case. Èmi mọ̀ pé wọ́n ti pa case yìí, but èmi expect miracle. Káṣá máa wò wọn, Ọlọ́run ṣe lè ṣe miracle. At this point, mo gba Ọlọ́run gbọ́, mo repent, mo ti di Christian. Mo ṣe science mo.
Yes. On the DNA, you've built up a very credible argument for them. So if they say those who have ears, let them hear. At the end of the day, they will come outside to tell you that, the judge is biased, the government is against the case, blah, blah, blah. So that is why...
You get sense. You know what they are doing.
That is why I just try to engage you. Since there's been speculation out there, even before the speculation finally came out, weeks before the speculation finally leaked out, we've been hearing something like this, that there's going to be, there was a discussion from WUMMI camp that they want to give them Baba conditions to sign, and eventually that ended up to be the truth.
Exactly.
So now it's out there, he's been conditioned to sign whatever, you understand? He should reject it, let them go for a fallout and argue. As long as he build up a very convincing argument, there is no credible judge that will say, "Oh, Baba, you don't have the right to ask for DNA of your grandson." So that is that. So if you like, if you want to play devil's advocate now, what is WUMMI's chance in terms of arguing this case with them for her to win? If you want to help them, you can, but we are not really on WUMMI's side. We want the best for Baba, but a lot of people, they don't understand that I made use of this word today, that people who are calling Baba hard, trying to make him do the right thing, they wish well for him. It's just like what I would say that a word I will use, that an act of unparalleled love or an act of unparalleled commitment. Because you are awake right now, analyzing about the case, and you've been out there for hours. It's just like if someone is being diagnosed for a kidney failure, and you want someone to transplant, you want someone to donate a kidney for you to survive, to keep on living. That is just what the public is doing for him. And when you try to lead him to the right direction, you have to call him out, because things are not going accordingly as they are supposed to go. So that is the position that those of us that are saying that he's not doing the right thing, we can see we are not stupid. But I don't know, maybe the guys that are controlling him or advising him, I don't think they have the intellectual capacity to really take him further, or maybe they have been compromised. We can't tell. But let's just be watching, and we'll be waiting to see the outcome of the private autopsy and toxicology. So we hope the best comes from that place. But all these their excuses they're trying to build up, saying you can't fight the government. We've tried this. There is an order from somewhere to say Ibaba petition. The petition should not be looked into. All those kind of excuses. We don't want to hear that. Do the right thing. Don't try to prepare us for the worst. Do the right thing. You've not been doing the right thing. That's why we are stuck. Or would I say is a money venture quest for justice? Because public argument, a convincing one that will be hard for even. There is argument about the placenta as well that you can even add to this DNA argument when the time comes. But again, we are waiting. So if I would say, what will you say from WUMMI's side in terms of trying to contest the reason why she's not going to do the DNA?
You know, WUMMI doesn't have any reason why she doesn't want to do the DNA. One, WUMMI is guilty. WUMMI is not a good person. And there are some people around WUMMI who are just trying to showcase power. And it's because the Aloba family is not challenged. It's money carried away. Okay, but Joseph Aloba is money carried away. And it's not ready. He doesn't know what justice means. He is speaking with his mouth, something in his action, something else. On the side of WUMMI, WUMMI mother is not speaking. That shows that is a sign of admitting. WUMMI mother understands that her daughter has committed a crime. Okay? WUMMI mother said so. WUMMI mother are silent again. It shows that, our daughter has committed a crime. The mother whose daughter has not committed a crime, you will see them outside boiling, shouting, calling at everybody. We deny, they will shout. But because that's an offense, okay, crime is an offense. The mother knows very well that the daughter has committed an offense, that her daughter is not innocent. She knows. But now they are trying to do everything possible that the system will not get her arrested. Maybe they also have secret of other big musicians, there are some secret that that is available with Mohbad, okay, that WUMMI is privileged to know. And if they come for WUMMI is going to use those things against anybody. WUMMI might have known about what killed Mohbad, have behind Mohbad's death, but her defense is that, okay, you guys want to expose me, okay, I have you guys, the moment you guys expose me, I have this information is already in this particular place. I'm going to boom it out. Okay, they may give it to the mother, give it to somebody. The moment she's arrested today, she's declared suspect. Okay, we don't care. Let it be out. Only ever arrest a woman.
So are you saying that it's a case like scratch me, I scratch you?
Exactly. They have to look over each other's back. It's like there's nothing they can do. There's somebody that is really involved in Mohbad's death and that has a lot of secret to protect.
So are you saying that this could be the reason of that statement?
That's what
I know what killed Mohbad, but she's not able to talk.
That's what I'm saying. It could be WUMMI, it could be anybody, but WUMMI knows about Mohbad. That's for sure. She knows. Who brought this nurse? It has to be somebody. WUMMI cannot go and organize nurse. Those who sent people to kill Mohbad. Yeah, Mohbad anything. She Babaloni beg on long group, and it means some people sent some people to come and kill Mohbad. Okay, we don't even know who this squad is, but by now, on the ground, they must have known who are these people. So they are trying to cover them up. And Berekete too. Why is Berekete so slow in the case? Berekete knows the truth. Thank God. I think G-Benz was one supporting Berekete. So this is Nigeria for you. This is Nigeria for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Paparello, if we forge ahead again, and we're looking at the dimension of this case that just as you've mentioned initially that Papa Mohbad has destroyed justice for Mohbad.
Exactly.
So let's say if eventually the state was unable to prosecute anyone, as in the people, because even the nurse, the way it looks like, with the position they are putting the nurse right now, with a better lawyer, she will get a very little sentence, or she might even go scot-free.
I address this issue then, as people keep misunderstanding this thing. Whether you get result on autopsy or no autopsy result, the nurse is going to jail, is going down. Nurse has confessed it was her action that killed Mohbad.
Okay, what about if that is not sufficient?
Wait. There are 4 evidences that the court consider. Either the documentary evidence, like the autopsy evidence whatsoever, or real evidence, like evidence. Maybe you have to respond to descriptive evidence. If you can show how it happened. The last one is testimonial evidence. If there are witnesses there that can say that it was before our eyes that the nurse gave him injection, it was fine. And you have 1, 2, 3 witnesses that confirm it, okay? You don't even need autopsy report, because doctor have stated clearly, just because we are saying cause of death unascertained does not mean that was not killed. But it does that the things, we cannot find those things because the body has rotted. The body doesn't allow us to find those evidence, but that doesn't mean he wasn't killed. So the coroner must look for other evidence like testimonial, that's circumstantial, who was there, how did it happen. So, and right now, nurse is coming to inquest. If nurse come to inquest, she will confess again that it was my action that killed Mohbad. You will hold nurse responsible. Nurse is going down.
Do we agree that with a proper investigation and the Mohbad's mom, Adura, Darosha, including Wumi, they're all keeping evidence, they're all hiding evidence, and that is a crime on its own?
Those that are hiding evidence are those that were in that house when Mohbad died before the father came. Mama Mohbad, you can't prove it. Mama was not there, Mohbad died, unless you can prove it. But Wumi was there. Wumi didn't call the police. That's keeping evidence. Mohbad cloth have blood. They washed it. The bedsheet have blood. They washed it. Tampering with evidence. You can take a case against them there.
Okay, so if the nurse is being if the nurse is being prosecuted now, and if the nurse is being prosecuted and the father is not satisfied with that sentence, the father felt that Wumi should be guilty, and the police is not seeing it that way to arraign Wumi to the court as a suspect, for instance. So, and the father still don't feel satisfied about the whole thing. So, is there no way for the father to open a case prior to what have happened that has been judged already? Just like now, for instance, for example, I don't know if you are familiar with the O.J. Simpson murder in the United States many years ago. Mm-hmm. So I think he committed the crime, and he was in the run to another state, and eventually he was being captured, and he was not the suspect of that case, and eventually the case went to the court, and he was able to escape. They cannot find any crime that he committed. Somehow he was not prosecuted, but the family of the woman, that is the family of the wife, now opened a civil case against him. Then he was convicted in that very trial.
Don't you think?
What was
the civil case? What was the civil case?
It's a murder civil case about the homicide.
No, that case is not civil. That's a criminal case.
Sorry, the criminal civil case against him.
There is nothing like that. It's either a criminal case or a civil case. Civil case, you want compensation. But you have evidence that the person has done something.
Because the criminal case, actually, the family of the woman now opened a criminal case on a private setting for him to be prosecuted. It was now there was now a retrial.
Maybe there was a fiat. Maybe there was a fiat. That is, it was like a private prosecutor, not government.
That was how he was prosecuted. That was how they now retry him again on a civil level. So he was not found guilty there.
No, I'm gonna check it. You are using semantics. You are misusing words. You are using words. You are changing words for words.
I think 001.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look into that case.
I'm listening.
Are you familiar with that case?
Yeah, it went for a retrial, actually, and he got indicted for it. Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's a trial as criminal court.
Yeah, I think it's a criminal court. You know, there's a way that, if I remember what's called in American states, yeah, it was after a while, then they went back to court again, and it was indicted. Yeah, and it was.
How can they fight the civil case against a criminal?
No, it's not civil case.
Eh?
It's all criminal all along.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is my case in civil. I mean, civil, you take your lawyer, they take their lawyer. He will take his lawyer, take your lawyer.
Yeah, what I'm trying to compare here is that.
But for trial, police can go investigate. If it's trial, if it's normal criminal, police must investigate him and get evidence, enough evidence.
Mobile father can go through that route. That's what I'm just trying to. If the police, if it's not satisfied with whatever outcome, which we are all suspecting, that the police is trying to exonerate WUMMI and some of those people that the father felt that they have a hand in what happened to Mohbad. So I'm just like saying, if the police cannot prosecute, as in at the end of the day, WUMMI was not sentenced, and the father is not satisfied. I'm just trying to pinpoint that O.J. Simpson situation. If the father would have go through that route to get her, so because that is a possibility.
This is what you are saying. It's not feasible. It's not. It's a crime that is committed here. It has to go through authorities, either private authorities or public authorities.
Yeah, the same way it happens in the US.
Your evidence is. They're gonna go through your evidence. I don't know.
At that time, you were able to consult for a full forensic analysis. So that is not that the police are not doing right now. Why are the police ignoring that?
This case, right? Like so many things are supposed to have been done. No forensic, telephone, whatever, and so many other shitty stuff. The family, they are not ready. Okay. But how about it's under hostage? We actually have moved him to another house right now. Where he used to be, they have moved him a little bit far away from there.
Just to come back to this thing.
It's the source of your income.
Yeah, apparently the O.J. Simpson was a civil trial actually that got him jailed. The family of the wife took him to court. And he says it's civil trial, and that's how they put him behind bars eventually.
Yes, that's what happened.
And then they got $3 million damages.
No, you can also. That's what I'm saying. You can also institute a civil case against somebody. Now, can you tell me? That's why I said it in the morning when Country Queen was there. I said, Baba can take all of them for negligence and institute a civil case against them. Once you are able to pin them down in the civil case there, you're able to prove that yes, that crime, then it can now be further.
Yeah, it wasn't jail actually, they just got money off him.
It can go into criminal, it can become a criminal case again.
Yeah, thank you. I have a question for you, Papa, just before I go to bed. I'm so tired, sorry. On this WUMMI's saga, I listened to what you've been saying all along about the the DNA and what constitutes the eventual death of Mohbad. And one thing that I think you mentioned briefly before, which I just want to get some clarification on it, that do you think, maybe I should just put it across this way, do you think that Papa Mohbad is being probably not misled, maybe under duress somehow, somewhere?
I said the man is under hostage.
Hostage, yeah, that's the one. So if he has to be, or if he was to be on that hostage, then why is he going about on the public social media soliciting for help? Is that a show?
Wait, let me clear something.
It's kind of a show, right?
This guy didn't go through any civil case trial. I don't know where you guys are getting this thing. Okay.
No, I'm saying.
Wait, just wait. I'm trying to give it.
Oh, you're talking about OJs?
Yes, I mean.
I can read it to you.
Read it out if you have it.
You say, okay, 1 minute. Where should I start? Let me start from the second to the last paragraph. On 2nd July 1995, the jury finally began deliberating, reached a verdict in less than 4 hours. However, delay announcement until the following day. On October 3, Simpson was found not guilty of murder of Nico Brown and Ronald Goldman. After the verdict, polls of public opinion continued to break down along racial lines, right? Because they were white people, right? And whites were largely dismayed by the jury decision, whereas the majority of African Americans supported it, since Simpson acquitted as a victory in a legal system that systematically discriminated against blacks, which was true. Now, although Simpson was acquitted in a criminal case, he was also sued by the victim's family for wrongful death. And the civil trial began October 1996. Less than 4 months later, the jury found him responsible for the death of Nicole Brown, Simpson, and Ronald Goldman, and awarded their family $33.5 million in damages.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was he a footballer?
Yeah. O.J. Simpson, you don't know me. He passed away this year, actually.
Yeah,
very popular.
I see,
Very popular.
April 10, 2024. He died about 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the same person. Yeah, it says parental.
After he's released.
He was born 9 July 1947.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so occupation, professional football player, actor, sport broadcaster.
Football, like in rugby, right? American football.
Yeah, so soccer.
American football.
Criminal charges, armed robbery, kidnapping, 33 years imprisonment, 9 years without parole, criminal status acquitted 1995, 2008, parole 2017, discharge from parole 2021. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go to the case. It's interesting to say I play that.
Yeah,
I know that on negligence, right? If you see even how they treat Mohbad's death, Mohbad can sue all of them. He can sue them as on negligence. They're gonna pay. Mohbad can say 5 billion. Mohbad is a family caretaker. Without Mohbad, they can't survive.
Thank you. Breadwinner.
5 billion from all of you. Darusha 5 billion, we 5 billion.
Yeah.
5 billion each.
The O.J. Simpson case is a kind of a similarity to how this Mohbad case is going, because these people are trying to go scot-free. At the end of the day, it depends on the father how tasty it is for him to keep on pushing this whole justice thing, because
the man is working with the wrong team. That's the thing. They're not even advising very well. They don't know their left from their right.
No, it's not. They're not wrong team. They're there selfishly, Paparanio.
It's not about selfishly. At least they are selfish. Let them be doing something now. We want to see legal action.
Yeah, but listen,
wrong team don't know what they are doing, or they're not getting the job done.
They're focusing on the money.
I don't care if they focus on money. Let them get the job done. I can give them more money. I want to win the case simple.
Can I just go back to what
It was a foundation that could do that. Baba will negotiate very soon. Just be watching.
Because conduct.
You see language, you just wait for it to come outside. No rush.
His conduct is very, very weak.
Papa is not fighting, he's very weak. They are pitting him, they are pampering him.
There is no, but every Sunday you see him go to church and take the mic. And
I like the question that you asked, which makes me baffled. He is a pastor of a church, right? His own church, and none of his church members. Are they because of uneducated or what could it be?
They keep giving excuse. None of the children, Blessing, Adura, none of them can talk to him, can come to him. Members of the church, none of them. I mean, what kind of a man is this? That's the problem.
You've done your investigation very thorough. I like that. Mm-hmm. That is it, when you mention this kind of analysis, people don't want to hear.
They get mad. They say, don't talk about insulting. They care about his age. They don't care about what killed Mubarak. They say because his age is big.
No, age is nothing. Please, sorry, I mean, with all due respect, I'm older than him. Age is nothing, right?
I mean, so when they travel abroad, this is the nonsense. When they travel abroad, they don't go and tell them abroad. They say they are older than white man, so they can do whatever they want to do.
The problem with this whole justice thing is that there are some people who said they want to get justice, and they think justice is cheap. You understand? They just want to go to where they will just give them some kind of milk toast analysis.
Yeah. Apart from that, Papa has hit the nail, right? Baba, unfortunately, is a little bit illiterate. And even though, believe me, I won't take that away from him. He lost his dear son. And he will be mourning from time to time, especially when he's quiet on his own. But at the same time, Baba is enjoying the publicity.
Do you know that some of WUMMI supporters, they came out initially to say that when Mubarak died the first time, when he was buried, Baba did not take any action. Baba did not do anything. Baba was just saying, God give it, God take it. If not because of the public that ginger him up after Mubarak was exhumed, are trying to push him to fight for justice.
Yeah,
so eventually,
poverty, he find himself.
So eventually, what they're trying to tell you is that the man itself is not ready to do anything before, and is playing to that direction now. So this is what we are saying. That's why I look at it that this their
you mean it's getting tired?
Because if you look at his initial statement when Mubarak just died, the first week. So if you reflect back to that statement, and you see the way he's behaving now, you'll be asking yourself that it's like, because now he has tested the whole thing, money is coming in, millions and so on and so forth from different accounts.
Mm-hmm.
So people that are trying to, people that are close to him, that advise him, that are working with, you don't know where they try to, as in, if they will compromise. Because if as it stands right now, as we all know, Mubarak is a billionaire, but the father is going around begging, right? It sounds like an insult, but it's not an insult. You understand? It's laughable. Yesterday, I think 2 days ago, I played one of his music that was released. You understand? Mm-hmm. One of his music that he has recorded before he died. Who is releasing those songs? Do you know that he was singing, but his name was not attached to that music? Even if you see his last visit to Brekete, they were arguing about if Mubarak was the one that sang this song with Zlatan or someone else, or if Mubarak has any hand to do with that project. The father is not even well.
The man is not well informed. Listen, I agree with your skills.
Because he's not working with the right people. He's not
he's not well informed. Don't forget. Mubarak Music Vault, right? I would say categorically, WUMMI and Adura has a lot, and Naramali has a lot. right? So let's just be factual about that. It's fragmented. And it's unreleased music. You know, they'll be very careful to put it out there, believe me, because that can come back and hit them in the face when the law when the case
out there already. It's out there already. They're cashing out on it. So if you and all this is done without the father being knowing, and according to because right now that Mohbad is late, his property is supposed to be under the administration of the state, but how come?
Yeah. Do you know that this issue has already been mentioned at one point to the lower House of Assembly at the Senate?
Yes, I observed that.
So that's a case for them, and all the people who normally will pay back. There's a payback time.
If you are going tampering with someone's
because some of the music, right? Was it the popular one? It's actually he has the ownership to it, and Malians has the ownership to it. So that's why they come up that if you want to play on Spotify or you want to play on Apple, you have to choose a different one. It's the same music, but make sure you click in the Mohbad ones to the Mohbad's estate to play the music. Because if you play it from the Malians, or that Malian record label, it goes to Malians.
What are you saying? What are you guys saying?
Listen,
that what?
One track, maybe I think it's this.
There are many things that sometimes when I see you guys talking, maybe like me, as a host, I don't know how I will see what is not right. People saying it will be going. And this is what happened in other live stream. They just want to have viewers. They will just let the people be judging. The host will be there, he will not do research, he doesn't know nothing. Okay? He will allow crowds to be gathered and people will be spreading nonsense. And they will not learn anything about it.
But you missed a lot of action this evening, Paparano.
You see, no, look at it now. The people that you are dealing with, they are not just ordinary persons. They all have lawyers and sons. Okay? They are not stealing they are not stealing like the common thing. They are stealing professionally. They're gonna get why you are here, why you are crawling, why you are waiting for Ramadan, why you are saying they can't do nothing. They have already filed for letter of administration. By law, with letter of administration, the law says you need 2 to 4 people, not more than 4 people, not less than 2, to apply for this letter. Mohbad, WUMMI, and Adura can apply for it. Okay, it's overseen to every Mohbad estate, and what they require from them, they need autopsy report. Okay, to show that yes, they have lost
death certificate.
That's it. Exactly. So if they have death certificate, if they have, yes. If they don't have, with autopsy report, they will be granted rights. And once they are granted, they can do anything, set any mobile property that not anybody can do. They have full right over it. For them to have a full right. And when you see the way this government, with the way this government is doing like this, Mohbad doesn't hold this grant. Baba doesn't hold this grant. And government is already supporting that girl small. Okay, they will just let the girl do the right thing. The girl will just go through that way. They will stamp and do everything. The girl will take action, do everything, move, come out. Before you go open wide, I mean, they are like snow crawling, walking slowly. They go open wide, everything.
No, you're right about what you said. That's the more reason why they should come together, actually. But we're saying about some people, not Papa Mohbad, some people actually taking up his music. So I don't know. It's
what Papanado just said now is talking of recent when they officially make the autopsy official. So maybe WUMMI and his other people, they've gone to do all of those things, but some of this music were released earlier before this autopsy result came out. So they've been doing this thing, they've been cashing out on him even before this time. So that's what I'm referring to. I'm not talking about after the autopsy result has been.
Think anybody want to go after all those people posting mobile music? You think anybody want to go after them?
That's what I'm saying. They're not ready. This is where the father and the people who are around him, they don't have the intellectual capacity. So maybe they're just there for their own selfish interest.
They didn't say no chop. They are there for their own too. They can't go.
Or maybe they have compromised. You understand? Because I see this their fundraising as a kind of money venture quest. Because I don't see where we're going to with all of this. There is no progress.
But Paparano was against the fundraising before. Why did you actually give in? Paparano, if I may ask you that.
Paparano was against it initially because the way they approach the public with it is questionable.
I was here enjoying when he stood his ground.
Let me brief you. When you asked what created GoFundMe since last year, I wasn't aware. For its own selfish interest. And then in that month of May, so there's also be inquests upcoming. So now, before that May 15 inquest, a lady called Light On, one woman like that, came. Okay, they said that she was the one that created it, that it was just for her friend. They were sending it to my gifters. They select rich people from every platform. They begin to share to them underground. So those guys, they come to me, Papa, do you know what's ongoing? People are sharing link to us. Should we contribute? I said, what link? I said, should anything be done underground? I voiced out. It was my voice that made it come out. Before they were sharing it underground. So when we talk about it, then they were saying that they were even saying so many things. They first said that, do you know who is paying for Mohbad in the morgue? I said, What government is the one paying for Mohbad in the morgue now? Is that why you won't go fund me? Then they change. Then they put burial there. I go and read it. I said, let me read it out. So you guys want to bury Mohbad? They said, no. Then they went to remove that one that time. They now put, they have to edit that nonsense for over 3 to 4, 5 times. In the beginning, I think Baba's name was not there or somebody's name. They have to be adding. Like they were upgrading it. When they come, it's like we are teaching them what to do. Okay? They're upgrading it until they feel like, they call their bloggers, they come together. They said, that let us fire him, let us call him names, let us stop people from going to him. No, they think they can control human beings. That by the time we stop everybody from going to him, he will change.
So they try to bully you, basically.
Yeah, they try to stop people from coming to my live stream. So they're gullible, the one that don't have sense, they stop. So, but me now, I'm a hustler now. I try to get new ones. I know how do I get new people? I just need to do follow for 1 week. If I got me,
you got me anyway.
If I just start everybody follow. If I
you didn't hear that.
Week, I would get new people.
You didn't hear that. That's how you got my attention.
Yes, I would bring new people. And when new people come, I will take them to explain things to them. Then they will learn too. Then the old ones don't have a choice. When they come with somebody, they want to come back.
Somebody says, Paparano is a liar. I don't find him as a liar. Paparano is not a liar.
Paparano, did you hear the information? Is the information out there correct about Shitu no longer on the case?
Mm-hmm. You know, I can see that information, that they have been talking about that thing, but our legal team, they don't want to speak. They are so silent and quiet. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. They are waiting. That's actually just waiting. They know what they are doing. They know what they just bring Shitu to show off, to do whatever. We'll watch. Let's keep watching. In the inquest, Shitu said, I'm just here for decoration.
He didn't even turn up in the last inquest, which is a shame.
Mm-hmm. And people like Bokitis, they will never be shamed. They will keep saying, if one lawyer go, we can get another one. There are many lawyers in Nigeria, this and that. Me, I don't want nonsense for my life because after justice, me, I get life. Okay? And me, I'm a teacher in the first place. I'm a lecturer.
I think the way you talk is a lot more professional than politics. It's just too much for me. I can't.
No, but this justice, if the painful thing about this justice is that if we can't get this justice right, as in our youth will be in disarray, it will be like a slap on everyone's face, as intelligent as Nigerians are. You know, so that is where me I'm concerned about, because this justice is very, very important, and God is using Mohbad as the opportunity
Yes.
for us to change,
Yes.
to sanitize that oppression
Yes.
in that society, because Nigeria as a state is a technocracy. Because as in, you can't just say because I'm richer than you, I'm wealthy than you, I'm well connected than you, then I can take your life.
Mm-hmm.
That is the message. That is the message that is what they're trying to tell people who don't have the connection to stand oppression.
Mm-hmm.
So my concern is that I've seen people come to talk about this justice quest, and I've find intelligent people, and you want to tell me out of those ideas that people have contributed, then they will just slap us on our face and tell us that this is what you get. That's what. So that is why people who have seen the future already, people who have seen where this case is going, is trying to put pressure on Mohbad's dad. He is the main person, you understand? Because we can say, okay, we as the public volunteer to start doing things on our own to try to pursue this justice. We still need him to some extent to participate. And he's not ready to do that outside his own domain. That is, people that are working with him, people that are controlling him, people. So you begin to ask series of questions that what's happening? As in, is it that this man got something that him himself is hiding? You understand? Why fighting for this justice, or does it need selective justice? So I don't understand. So these are the questions. This is what because I don't see the reason why WUMMI has come out. There was a voice note. There was a voice note between WUMMI and Dawa class. That WUMMI came out on that voice note. She said she used some threatening words there. That is threat to life. She said in that voice note that if anything happened to the son, that is her son, Liam, that Baba would die too. So you see all those type of talk, as in this girl will come out to say things like that. Nothing will happen. But when Baba do one thing, when Baba make one move, they will just pick on his mistake. The next thing, Baba have started going to Allah to sign. So all these type of things, it pains someone, you know, and those people managing Baba, whenever Baba is going to say anything about this case, instead of them to go for a recorded this thing show, they will go to a live show whereby the enemy, because they say that in any conversation, in any talk, you understand, there is the devil is in the detail, you know.
Yeah.
The person that wants to use whatever you're saying against you is watching to look for the mistake that you make. Instead of about to go to this broadcast, say whatever he wants to say, then they replay it. You shouldn't put it live, so that his enemy will be recording his errors. Say whatever you want to say, then because it's acceptable in broadcasting, then they will edit. Oh, Baba, you said something that was wrong here. They might use it against you. I hope we have to remove this and release the rest. So these are the kind of strategic advice that people who are going with him should be trying to avoid, for him not to say things. He should be properly guided. You understand? So that before you put that broadcast on air. But what they will do, Baba will just go to one broadcast.
No, it's being guided in a negative way.
You know what they were saying? Last time one of the guys was there, I think that was the that he was saying, Baba, we should speak. They shouldn't. Why would the man lost his son? They say the man should say anything. Nobody should say. Anybody that said the man should not speak is an enemy. The man should speak out his mind. However he feels, he should say it. These I put this man surround himself with you. The man should be allowed to speak. He should vent out.
It was because of all this is
when he vent out,
not properly.
He go stand.
Yeah.
He begin cry.
So that is where he end up. Now he's scared now to come out to say anything. They've silenced him. They put him on condition to be going to the station to sign, and they're hiding it from the public. He still goes there on Monday to sign.
I think that's clear. It's not hidden from the public, though.
Yeah, but they were hiding it. They were hiding it initially.
I don't know. I think he's been released. I think he's been discharged.
When he's still going there to sign.
When was the last person
every Monday?
When was the last time?
Last week I was hearing it here that he still goes there to sign. As Lady Harris,
where?
I think Lady Harris was saying it last week.
Aside from Lady Harris,
that he still goes to Alagon to sign every Monday. No, I haven't, but I heard it from her.
Because their own bloggers too much talk about it. I mean, they have to. That's why they are hiding it. They are not talking about it because they're not aware how they are hiding it.
The problem I see with all of those people working with him is that they just want to hang around him, just like, I don't know, maybe it's for many reasons, you understand?
No, don't forget public. Listen, my brother, public donated, even I donated large sum of money towards this case, to both parties.
Even myself, a lot of people donated. That's why it's so.
320,000 naira.
Yeah. So this is, I did my own unanimous. I didn't put my name against it. But all I'm saying is some people.
Because I'm public, so people must see them. Like to encourage.
Yeah. I mean, for you, yes. You know what I'm trying to say is, people who are people who surrounded Baba Mohbad, they're not being truthful.
Yes.
That's number one. I know that from the beginning, though, honestly speaking.
They don't have God fearing again.
No. I know that from the beginning. You know, Paparano is very aware of GoFundMe when that kicks in. You know, he's always ending in a very negative aspect. Much when you have 3-4 people campaigning for the same thing aggressively. Look at the way you challenge them. Say, listen, well, for what? For burial or for what? You know, that kind of a thing. So it's the getaway clause, you know, charity money. And it's not that questionable. Once you paid, you paid.
What Baba is failing to realize is that, let me just let him understand this, that Baba, whatever you think right now, if eventually the few public that are still protecting you and saying some people are criticizing you, you are the best father, you are this, you are that, at the time when they will know where all this whole thing is going to end, and it did not end to what they are expecting, it will be bad for him, because at the end of the day, it's he that the public is going to come for. That is what they don't know, because it's beginning to look like
we will be celebrating, and WUMMI fans will join again. And yes. Now the thing now, if you got problem for him, he might not know.
So now we that understand, we that have seen things is not going well. We are trying to send a message, try to change your cabinet, do the right thing, and let us get justice that we are all fighting for. Because when this thing go bad, it's he that people will come for. It will be very, very bad. It will be brutal, because all these Guresi and the rest, you will not see them. This guy might have his own prize already, his big prize that is waiting for him, you know. Regardless, even though justice or Baba go and bargain or Baba go and negotiate, or they're still going to cheat him.
To be honest,
they will still going to cheat him.
You know, to be honest, the way I look at things, I went back and looked so many instances of pictures and videos, Baba, WUMMI, and Mohbad. You know, they were really good together before. And I just pray that this thing can continue for the sake of the son. Maybe they can mend their differences and then heal the rift between both each other and keep the family strong.
To me, there is no justice without WUMMI being in prison. That's how I would put it.
Okay.
I don't believe in any justice that will set WUMMI free. 100%. So if there is no justice that will put WUMMI behind bars, don't tell me that justice.
Do you know that the justice that we are asking for might not be as
it's just like someone comes to
soon
kill your child
that way.
or participated in the demise of your son, then you are looking at that murderer in front of you being set free. Come on, man.
No, if that is true, yeah, I agree with what you're saying. If that is the truth.
Don't you see WUMMI's conduct? Don't you see her body language? Don't you see?
I'm just asking. Remember,
the way she's approaching.
Listen,
the way she's approaching this justice. Don't you see that she has a kind of a negative appearance on her approach?
Yes, you can say that. Honestly, you can say that by all means. But the way I looked at things, right, is yes, she has a lot to answer. She has a lot of things to answer, because she mentioned, somebody was saying that she mentioned, from what I heard, that she mentioned that she knows what kills her husband, but she's not ready to talk.
Is that not obstructing justice?
That's no go for me. That's no go.
That's like she's obstructing justice in that way.
People can go down for that, for just that alone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's obstructing justice.
So that for me is no go. You know, that's no go. If you know something, you should say it. You know, and get your whatever immunity or whatever you can get from Nigeria. You can even seek asylum after you mention the names that you need to mention.
Have you heard the one that came out to insult upon Mohbad?
About what?
Have you heard the voice note? She came out to insult Mohbad's dad. That if Mohbad's dad wants to kill her son the way he killed his son. Haven't you heard that?
But I think I heard something like that a long time ago, though, right? I think I heard something.
Sometime this year, around February or so.
Honestly, you know, I don't know how to say it. From a woman perspective, when something comes near your son or your child, right? Sky's the limit. Have you ever seen a hen protecting his chicken against the handler, right? You see, at that point, she's fighting the fight of her life. Not that I support what she's saying, but you can tell that she lost it. She lost it completely. Because what she heard is they were coming after her son. And
is it Baba that did that?
No. I'm just saying what led to that kind of outburst, right? And from a woman perspective, a woman would do anything to protect their children. They would do that, right? She's a young mom, she's 26 or, 25 or whatever, right? And the defensive thing will kick in. And then she lashed out. For me, it's disrespectful, like what you said, rightly said. But, sometimes it's just, I don't know what to say. Even from my perspective, somebody attack my children, believe me, I go all out. I don't care at that moment. If you touch my child or any of my children, I'll be mad after you like a white dog. So, not talk of a woman. Are you getting my point?
Yeah, I got your point. What I'm just trying to is what he accused the man for. You understand? That is a very very that is a very wrong thing to say. As in the way she said it,
that's what I'm saying. It's a spur of the moment, right?
She's trying to say that Baba killed Mohbad with what she's saying there. As in that is what she said.
I agree with you, but I'm just saying it could be a statement of a spur of the moment. They're protecting her to head all this social media stuff. But someone from her friend entered that, oh, have you heard this? And then she flipped, right? That's the instinct. That's the animal instinct in us to protect the only person you have, right? And out of that moment, she will say anything. She's not in control of herself at that time. I'm not supporting what she did. Somebody should have come out and no, don't do this, don't make a call, don't do this, don't say this. I agree with you on that. But things like this happens.
Yeah, I think well, just as everyone is waiting for right now, is to wait for the autopsy and toxicology, and let's see the outcome, and we build from that again. That is all can happen right now because a lot has been said, a lot of advice has been given. So,
to me, the police is the main concern here. I'm sorry.
The police are keeping information. We all know that the police have compromised. So they don't want to.
This guy has been compromised way back when he filed the petition and they threw it under the bed, under the dust. Right.
And do you know that it's not just that one petition he filed while he was alive.
So that's what I heard. Yeah.
He filed couples, but it's just that one that is popular. Because that is the one that is close to his death. You know, so that is another thing that people don't know. I think he files more than up to 3 petitions.
Wow.
So as in, you can see that he's not being treated fairly, even while he's dead. So it's just so unfortunate.
And Papa Arno mentioned something that's still a concern for me. Why is Wummi's mom not talking? Is she sick or ill or something?
If is it only Wummi's mom? What about his father?
Okay. Or the parent should I use that word then?
Yeah. Where are the parents? We can see Mohbad's father, we can see Mohbad's mother in this case. But where are Wummi? So you can if even though you can read the signs on the wall, you understand, you can use your psychology to fathom some things is not right. You understand? That this family, this girl, they knew that their daughter has something to do with this guy's death. You know, so they're out of the scene completely. You know, so
could it be because the woman from allegedly used to be a police officer?
I don't think that has any. I don't think that has any.
Maybe because she's aware of all these things, that's why she decided to. Not being public face doesn't mean she's not involved, right? Let's be realistic.
Don't you think this Mohbad's case has also been politicized? You know, you accept that, right?
Of course.
So we can agree that if this case can be held, can still go ahead for the next 4 years, for instance.
Yeah, way beyond that.
And no, I'm just like speculating, and the government was changed. You understand? Don't you think that the new government that will be coming in might not be in good relationship or rapport with the people who are trying to hide things in Lagos State? Because all of them will be changed. Don't you think we will have headway?
This is already changing things. We're not know.
Say that again, sorry?
This case is already changing things, believe me.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm just talking about
It's
because right now
it's putting the establishment, the so-called in quote establishment, it's putting them on the spot. People are being careful now. Even nobody wants to lose their job among those police officers, or nobody wants to go to jail.
they've done this already that will send them to jail.
I'm just saying that everybody is aware now.
You see, that is why we are saying that we don't know how involved.
For me, whatever
Mohbad
happens, Mohbad is still a winner, honestly.
In what sense?
With what I just told you, it's changing the course of the law, the awareness of what is happening, and changing the course of the law. They think handling this kind of case will never be the same for life. He has already changed it. The law hasn't been implemented yet, but he has changed things in Nigeria. Believe me or not, he has changed things. Even someone who will never come up and talk anyhow regarding this case now. He has to exercise caution. Tinubu wants to mention about the case, he will exercise caution. Because it's a sensitive case and it's global.
My concern is that for the people who come in, all of them that has anything to do with this guy's death should go in. That is my whole concern. I'm not after the case has changed this or the case is putting caution to people, to leaders not to speak anyhow or whatever. I want the people who committed this crime to be caught, prosecuted. That's all. I don't want a situation whereby they will go and give us fake face or go and bring one scapegoat to say this is the person who can find in the death of Mohbad. Because you can list things that you will say the police, they've not done the right thing, and use that to challenge them in court. Do you want to tell me that?
Do you want to tell me that is there any way forward that we can push for more transparency from the police wrongdoing? You know,
there are many loopholes there that we can exploit, but the problem is Mr. Aloba itself is not ready to go with any member of the public that wants to do one or two things for him to get things right. But except from his own caucus, from the people around him.
Honestly, if we still thinking about the case to narrow it down to Mr. Aloba alone, yes, at the moment you can say that.
We need a signature for some things, you know that, for us to do many things.
We can always have a petition that everybody signs. That's normal within the law. If everybody signs, you put the page on, we all sign the petition, you go there, you address your names, sign it. You gather 1 million, 3-4 million people, and you put it on the desk of Nigeria.
You can ask Papariano.
They have to do
Initially, Papariano initiated a petition against the police here that we all signed. So I don't know the outcome of that. Papariano, does that petition we signed that time about the police, does it still stand?
You know, we have the petition. We have not, we wanted to take legal actions, but we don't know the amount of evidence in the hand of the Nigerian police. And so we're trying to wait for the inquest to see what the inquest brings and see whether indeed they have done their job or not. So we can now launch actions against them, court actions. But again, we're looking at the way things are going. The legal teams are not showing interest. Okay, so we're just having to take over this case like that with this behavior that Obada and his legal team are behaving, it's not the way to go. Let's just wait and see what they can do. That is, it's up to them. Because even if you institute your own team right now, you want to do something, they have told the whole world that there's only one way to look for justice to come through them. They will be the one fighting against you. That look at you, they are maybe trying to take this case from us, that they will say, skill 87 and cool 57. They have gone to bring lawyer again. Don't take this case. So I want to tell they have come again. They begin to put everywhere. People who know in real life they begin to say, they kill you know, just like that, and you are trying to help. So go to bed.
Yeah, I understand. But is that petition still valid anyway?
I mean, it can be valid anytime any day. We wanted to take legal action by taking the police to federal court. We have not done that. It's still available. I mean, in a petition, you sign it to call for awareness. When you have many signatures, then you can now choose to write, take a legal action. But suing the police, we have not done that.
Even as it is, if you, without even going to court, if you gathered the signings in, you can present it to the State House, right? Directly to the State House.
It's not going to go anywhere because
as part of the Constitution, I think you're allowed to do that.
Police have not ended with their investigation.
Okay.
There's nothing I can do because those ones we call them, they will say, why are those guys rushing now? We are still investigating.
Okay. So we'll wait. Okay.
That's why the petition could die there. So the right time to do it is when you can, when they are finished, you cannot challenge them that, okay.
That's logical. That's logical. Because to me, the negligence is too much. Yes, even if you say this is true, that maybe this guy is dead, it's an accidental death through the nurse or whatever. But as the house being the crime scene, they should have done a thorough investigation, due diligence, at least take some material things we can. But I learned that they took something though. I don't know when they went there to do that.
They didn't take anything. They all those things. They purposely ignore those aspects of investigation intentionally.
No. Papa, don't correct me if I'm wrong. They said they saw some syringe and blah 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 and that stuff.
Yes, that's true. At the beginning.
So when they do that, did they conduct a normal forensic thing or just?
They didn't specify all those things in their preliminary report. If they have done any forensic, they would have said it now. They just only told us that they saw the syringes, and so on. They didn't specify anything that has to do with.
Can I say something? Honestly, I'm not for the police, but sometimes when investigation is on that way, the police are not obliged to tell you the extent of the investigation.
Even on their preliminary report?
They can listen. Yes, they can write a report. Listen, police are there to. When they're doing investigation, right? They don't want to play into the hands of the perpetual criminal or whatever, or the perpetrator. So they will hide so many things away. It's only when they're submitting, when the people are being charged. So listen, I'm charging you for this, on that blah blah blah. I have enough evidence to charge you for this. Yeah, and that's when it now comes to them. Listen, okay, we went there. Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C, that's when the talk comes up. But to us, to public, they will never mention that, right?
So you are now as well saying that the police might have No, I'm just putting you on the spot as well. That you might now as well be saying that the police have conducted a phone forensic analysis and they're keeping it secret in this investigation.
I don't believe that because for me they're being sluggish and retarded.
That's what I'm saying. So
mentally
you
retarded.
Can see
but this what I'm saying that, listen, action speaks louder than word, right? If Mohbad's house has been condemned, we all know. Because it will be wrapped up, that nobody going in, nobody coming out. Because they can always go back there. You don't comb a place within 5 hours. Say you've done. Hell no. During the talking and interrogating the potential or the suspected person, they can always go back there many times and dozen. Say, oh, he said this. Oh, I'm going to go back to that garden. I need to have a look at it. Oh, I need to have a look at the ceiling. You know, there's so many things. So for me, going there, I'm just pick bit and pieces. This is me telling you the truth. You can go there and say you have this evidence, but have you done a due diligence research or searching? There's something we call combing in police crime. You comb. All the bedsheet are subject not to be washed. Is that exhibit? All the brooms, or whatever you use, the Hoover, everything will be confiscated.
Even the car that they say they have an argument.
Even the car, the cutleries will be confiscated.
Even the car that they say they drove from the show to the home that they were fighting and arguing that they said Mubad damaged.
Yeah.
That car is supposed to still be in the police custody now.
And these are forensic works. Even the shoes, right? They go to the shoe cabinet. Nobody takes shoe out. Bring another one in. When you have a house, somebody died in the house in the suspicious circumstances, that's the first thing the police would do. So going back there, they're saying they find this, they find that. I don't know what extent. You can't just do that within 2 days or 1 day and say you're done. So to me, they're not, they're a little bit, the police develop a code fit, I'll use that word. So for whatever reasons, maybe they're not thinking that it's going to be that big as this big, because nobody will believe it, if not because of the uprising from the people, from the public, the guy would have been exhumed. So
that is where anger some of these WUMMIs that they thought the case is closed because the father was already defeated. He was not having hope. So they were not looking at his initial statement about the whole thing. And this is the man that was saying like this before now coming fighting. So they don't like that aspect, you know.
Yeah,
and now
that's something for me. There's nothing as painful as losing your son, honestly speaking. Especially when you have a son that is actually a potential breadwinner. I mean, the mobile pays his dad like maybe 200K every month. You know, he gives him money every month.
That's what the family don't know until they've lost him. But one thing I wanted to say.
I'm just saying, regardless. Even if he was being cornered at that point, right? I want to believe that he wasn't in the right state of his mind. To him, everything comes like a dream.
Yes, and again,
it's like a flash. He will sleep and wake up in the night and start thinking, "Is this true?" I'm just putting myself in his shoes, honestly speaking, right?
There is something I wanted to say about the mom, regarding the mom. I think, I don't know if it, or people that are backing them up for the truth.
I don't like the way they chastise the mom, to be honest with you.
No, there is something I wanted to say about the mom. Just listen to what I wanted to say, because I don't know if it's illiteracy that is playing, or the people that are trying to hide, that are trying to protect them, telling them that nothing will happen, blah, 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 the truth will not be able to come out and so on. Because I seem to see the mom as someone who is like, because of her illiteracy, she doesn't know anything. She doesn't understand law exists. She's trying to portray a kind of, or to exhibit a kind of display or character or behavior that, okay, this is my son. Somebody killed him. I'll forgive that person. I don't want anybody to talk on the matter. Let's leave it. it doesn't concern anybody. It's my child.
No. Honestly, yeah, you're right about what you said, but I just want to say something, honestly speaking, please.
She's forgetting that there is law.
Listen,
even though a brother killed his brother, is going to prison.
Listen to the public eye, right? To the public eye. That's how we see things, and I don't blame anybody. But for me, I looked at it from an analytical point of view. This is a woman that was more that went looking, which is normal, looking for her. Right? That I need my mom beside me. And he showered love, affection, bought her so many things, make her feel comfortable. Even she just apparently said, I don't know, just bought maybe got a shop for her to buy things and blah 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 blah. At the same time, this is a significant thing that pains me. Mo wanted to reunite his parents, both mom and dad together before he passed on. He was even putting the dad on that condition that I will only buy you whatever you need if you and my mom go back together. Right? And at that point, there's so many instances the dad always get a little bit jealous, and the mom will say to him that no, fulfill your dad needs before you look after me, because I don't want any issues. That's a family thing, right? But coming out for the mom to start talking, I would say she spoke hysterically. She's shocked. She spoke hysterically, saying, "Oh, Josilo Chile." You know how we all grew up in this polygamous environment. I'm fortunate, but I still experience it. But I was just a little bit untouchable because I live abroad. Are you getting my point? We all know how this thing works. When you are in the polygamous settings, there's always a rift. There's always a rift. There's always a rift, and it's always jealous. Even Mubad even mentioned it in his song. Even the dad, what's really painful? The dad actually, I didn't remember where I read it. He actually said in one of the videos that he fought maybe one of his wife after when it was just him and Mo living in the house, and they came back from workshop, whatever, and there's no food in the house, and there's one little soup. I said Mo should have it, and the stepmother flipped, right? And then he fought the stepmom that no, I'm the one that instructed my son to go and have that food. That's the kind of relationship between Mo and his dad. Mo never left his dad, and dad never left him. Because how we grow, we always look up to our parents. Mostly, Mo's dad is not a bad person. It's only these circumstances that's exposing the level of poverty which is causing this issue. This is the way I say it, honestly speaking. But poverty also. I said things publicly. Honestly, he was saying things publicly about his wife. I would never say that. I'll keep my mouth mum. That's what you call a man. You don't need to be mentioning things like that. I'm sorry. I didn't support him on that. Let them drag you, but keep your mouth shut. It's your house. You had 3 kids with that woman, isn't it? Let her talk.
What I'm saying, there was an occasion where the mom came out to say that WUMMI has told her what happened and she has forgiven WUMMI. What sort of talk is that?
I never heard that unless speaking. I don't know what that is.
You're missing so many vital. You're missing some kind of.
No,
she came out. That is the reason why I'm saying that she thinks that because she's the mother of Mo, then someone did this to her son or whatever, and she thinks okay, because she's in the opposite side. She's not fighting for justice. She already knows what happened, and she's part of the cover-up.
Don't forget, we feed on this kind of information. I myself, I was really disturbed. I won't lie to you. See me, look at the guy that's going to wake up at 7, still hanging the phone at 2 a.m. in the night, right? This thing got me badly. I won't lie to you, right? It got me badly. I took it up, even nearly broke my home because, I was completely emotional. And but what I'm saying to you is that more that, especially coming from where it's coming from, right? At that part of the Nigeria, you should know when to stop talking. Stop talking. Let people talk, but don't talk. Keep quiet, and you see how your fight will be exhaled. But talking and lapping up on this interview, for me, is not mine. I'm sorry. Yeah. Keep quiet and fight. Talk to the right people. I'm not saying you shouldn't talk. Talk to the right people. But all this going on media houses and music could be one of his way to kind of relieve himself of his pain. I wouldn't rule that out, but I won't be videoing myself and all that. I'll just keep it quiet for now. No, I'm sorry. That's my own view. Maybe I'm wrong. He should have been quiet, believe, and he will win. And when things get better, nobody will know. Just keep quiet and do you underground, which is what WUMMI is doing. Sometimes she comes out to talk, but you don't see him talking. You don't see her talking too much because some people are telling her to keep her mouth shut. I don't know whether you see it that way.
Is the mom in particular? I'm just trying to analyze on behavior towards the demise of his son. Like the way she's taking it like this person. I know that this person have done this to my son. It's my son. No one's son. It's me. So I don't want to do anything. It doesn't concern anybody. Like that kind of a kind of illiteracy.
Yeah, you're right. When she's saying that, you can tell that she's referring to her ex-husband, right? She's not talking. She wasn't addressing the public, right?
She's talking to everyone in general. There are some she blasted people. There was a situation where she blasted people on TikTok or social media.
I know I know, but listen, let's be realistic. She's a mom and she lost her son. Yeah,
she doesn't love her son, nothing. She's not fighting for justice.
No, I don't believe that. Honestly, she can be compromised. Yes, I don't argue with that. But listen,
you think she doesn't know what happened?
Listen, my brother. I'm telling you, my brother. I'm telling you the truth. The pain of losing one child. It's not even a vaccine, right? That person, part of your mental reasoning is gone. I don't care how you say it. Part of you is gone. Especially a child at small status. Yeah. We saying this thing. Have they ever set up a therapy for these people? They haven't been to therapy. Yes.
Who advise them? People who advise them.
Over here, there will be a strong therapy for them.
Of course.
Yeah. I went to therapy for almost 6 months.
Yes, of course. So maximum.
So we're taking things for granted, right? And that's the reason why I feel sorry for all the family, all the people involved. And that's why people think that whenever I'm told that, okay, how are you doing? You supporting women? No, hello. Oh, you supporting but no. I just want things to be structured. And if there is a crime, let the police, don't hide anything. Let this be lessons learned and put an end to all this shenanigan of killing innocent people. That's what
Yes, true. But you can observe yourself that the police is not willing to really do the work.
That's what I said.
Observe that. That is very obvious.
Yes, that's what I saw. That's what I said to me. Police are the bad culprit. If they want to do it, believe me, we have enough intelligence in Nigeria.
This job is the
police CID in Nigeria. They're very literate, well read, and they have at least, I would say, 40% of a solid tools to execute their job. Which is when it comes to crime, on this kind of high-profile crime, the police should have set up a squad of top people, top intelligent officers to take over the whole thing. Not the local police, not this police in Mickey or whatever you call them. If you ask me, that's my take. You know, they're professionals, right? So they should know what to do. But for me, my heart bleeds for what the guy is trying to do, and it turned out to be really bad. Because of all you know, that guy could be an angel. That he's making his purpose, he serve his purpose. Maybe it would have been better for him to actually not sing it into the world and sing Christianity or whatever that belongs to. Because you can say part of him, even he himself is fighting, he was still trying to find himself. He knew he wasn't nobody, he was somebody, but he doesn't know the extent of his power. So, yeah, may his soul continue to rest in peace. So sad. Yeah. But I just pray for a good outcome. Let the perpetrator be brought to book, and then let the family continue to. And the innocent child, people should just not do that. Whether the child belongs to Mo or not, please don't cause a child.
No one is causing the child. It's just the damage control that WUMMI is trying to establish that.
You know, I've heard many people causing the child. Honestly speaking, I'm not mentioning anybody, but I've seen many YouTube video and all that. That is not fair. It's not, because the child doesn't ask to be brought to this world. Please, let those people be aware of that. Yeah.
But why is she trying to, if for instance, as we all know, we all have a kind of suspicious thinking that the child there's question around the child, and why is she not trying to conduct this DNA test and put that to rest? Is it that if they find out the boy is not Mohbad's son, then that will raise more question? Is that what she's avoiding?
Oh, you are not here when we discussed this thing at full length this evening. I think the conclusion, because I asked questions too, but my strong belief is, I know the family DNA is a different thing, right? But maybe they actually done it, maybe you don't know. I don't know. Because for me, when the police came to the house, right, it's a crime scene, and all the people in the house will be detained. I will use the word arrested, right? Then the investigation, including the baby, right? Including any animals, they take a mouth swab, they take a DNA from everybody in their house. You know why? Because they eventually find any suspicious
object. Are you getting my point? Maybe any suspicious object, maybe blood or anything, they want to match that with everybody in the house. That's one of the fundamental rules of homicide. So the police can take a swab of Liam's mom, Darosa, everybody, and they will not know to the extent of what they want to use that swab for. They keep it. Now they take the DNA, just roll a cotton bud inside your mouth and then put it in this chemical protective bag and zip it up. That's you captured. It's only 2 seconds thing. Thank you. Captured it and freeze it. And if they go back to Mobile, they can now take Mobile samples and start matching up those DNA. And by that time, they would have captured the arm's DNA without letting the public know. Maybe they did that, I don't know.
You're saying this that as though the police are really digging out to which we all suspect already, as if they're working accordingly. If they're working accordingly.
Listen, my brother. I've lived in the States before. I've lived in the UK before, and I have somewhere in Europe, which I'm not happy to mention, right? That's the nature of my job. I'm just telling you that in homicide situation, police go behind the scene than what we public sees. Are you getting my point? They do a lot more than what they talk, what they give us public. They pretend. But when they gather the evidence up to the full, that's when they say, I'm arresting you for this. You know why they're doing that? Because they know they've got enough evidence in their kitty to prosecute. I mean,
that is when they are straightforward with this investigation.
Exactly. Because look at that. I don't know whether you follow the OJ case very well. Do you know I did. In the OJ case, the gloves. If you remember that, but I don't know whether you should remember.
Yeah, the glove was a fit.
The glove, yeah, that's crazy because after he burgeoned the guy, right?
That was what saved him in the first place.
He beat the guy to death, right? And the wife got shot, and then he ran off. But they were saying that how can they cover that kilometers without his car?
He stabbed the wife.
Yeah, don't forget he's a sportman.
He's a sportman. He was fly out of the state to another state.
No. They were saying that the chances of the way he ran out of that place before the police came right to the premises, and the gloves and the shovel, everything was taken. Right? What exonerated him because he lived in the house, so it's obviously his DNA is all over the house, right? But the gloves, and people are saying maybe the glove, because the gloves has been outside, it got shrunk.
By the code.
Yeah. So when they ask him to wear the gloves, he's only fit, son. If you ask me, God forgive me, he did it, honestly speaking.
He did it. He was caught later on retrial.
Yeah, but no, he wasn't caught. They just, how would I say, he was freed, he was never, he was found guilty of the civil court to pay the $33 million, and that actually made him bankrupt, I believe, until he died.
Yeah, and at the first trial when he was exonerated before the second trial, he spent a lot of money. He took one of 2 best lawyers in the state. He paid a lot for that. Yeah, the late Johnny Cochran. I think that was Michael Jackson's lawyer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he took the 2 best lawyer in the state.
Yeah.
To defend him. So he was able to escape that conviction. And the family of the woman and the guy, were also well-to-do people. They are also rich. So they said, no, never, we can't accept this.
Yeah, Nico, the family of Nico, yeah.
This is a Jewish woman as well.
Yeah, don't forget that OJ was jealous. Nico was his wife, and the guy is white. So that's why the case became a very kind of sensitive case for the black race in America. So when he was declared not guilty, it was celebrated all over the United States, all over the world.
That case was televised, like the Floyd trial.
Yeah, the Floyd trial was live. Yeah, but with this mobile, they were asking for the press to be able to enter the thing, and it was denied. They wanted to make it a public affair, but it was denied.
Yeah.
For me, the case should have been moved from the local, actually, if you ask me. They shouldn't be going to do 4 cases. They should move to a very big court. Yeah, like that's Nigeria for you. So, anyway,
You mean the inquest?
yeah, okay. So I don't know what they're doing now, but I think by the time they know,
They are the coroner inquest. They're still in fact findings.
Okay.
Yeah, they haven't. You know when.
When the court sitting starts, then they move to the bigger court.
Yes, of course. Well, how do you know that this case will be going to the criminal court with the way the police is handling it?
If the CPS couldn't find anything, yes, then there's no need. There's no need to crime prosecute. I understand what you're saying. But every evidence is pointing to the fact that maybe the guy was killed. But for me, honestly speaking, all this money, I don't want to believe in that. And if you guys think that people are saying there was never a loss, but do you think somebody will get put up to accept a crime that he hasn't committed?
That is a question, because initially when the nurse was, when we heard that the nurse was involved and she was arrested, there was the mother came to cry on social media.
I remember.
So if you look at that side of it, you will say that there is a nurse, but what role does this nurse play?
It's so sad. And that name is from part of the world where I'm coming from, actually. The last name. Ogedenge.
Yeah, is it that the nurse, the role that the nurse came to play, is it that is a vital role, or she was just called to be used as a cover-up?
That's what I'm saying. Why would you subject yourself? Why would you allow yourself?
It's money. Maybe according to some speculation, they said they interviewed, some people went to meet the nurse when they were locked up at the initial stage, and the nurse was confessing to them that she was being okuba me, like that. She was being she was covered or something like that. So
but they are the same nurse. Listen, even if she said that she was being framed, the key point here, right? I wanted to try and connect the dot. People say that she was saying that she was being framed, but when they asked her, "Did you meet Mobile alive?" Say yes. That she actually gave him. Like Mobile was actually asking him, "Are you the nurse?"
that is where you see all these.
This is why I got completely lost about this framing thing.
Yeah, you see, there is another narration about that again, which is a lot of people debunked this very this thing that you just said now. So what I'm saying again is that we should just wait
for the next inquest, which we're hearing speculations that the nurse will be coming. So I believe that my own suspicion is that this nurse has been withdrawn back for a very long time.
I know. Listen, like I said, let's just think very openly about this, right? This is the way I look at it. If you are number one suspect, like I told you that even if I meet her now, I'll give her a dirty slap before she even talk to me. That's how hard feelings I have. So can you imagine many people in Nigeria when they see the law, they probably want to tear her into pieces. So maybe that's one of the reasons. I'm just saying that she is being protected from public eye.
To come to the inquest?
No. She will come. I like what Paparano's mentioned. Paparano actually laid my fears. I remember he mentioned it tonight again, that she's still going to show up when the time comes, that she'll be coming to answer questions.
What I'm trying to bring up
from the police, whatever, in the hair reports, yeah, they mentioned her name and they said she was the one that administered, that's the language they used, injection that eventually led to Mohbad's death.
Yes, so
and you know what's really funny for me? I was actually worried during the day before the result came out that okay, maybe they find mollies and all this recreational drug, performance enhancer drug in Mohbad, this balloon, this small things that they put balloon in their mouth. To like a kind of laughing gas. It just makes them high. It works differently like laughing gas. So I was thinking that maybe that's what that will contaminate Mohbad's autopsy report, toxicology report, that you have to find alcohol and all those things in his blood. But when I read, because I have the copy of the report, I actually read that and read it over and over again.
Do you believe those reports?
You know why I believe it a little bit? Yeah, I'll tell you where I got a little bit confused. I remember Papa Mo mentioned that Mo's head was shaved. Yeah. And listen to this. And on the report, they actually measured his hair and they told us the hairstyle, all the small knobs that he had in his head, about 2-point-something centimeter, right? And when Mo was exhumed, right, even you can see the hair in his head was still intact. So where's the story of somebody feeling that his head was shaved?
Don't you think that might be an error from him saying that?
This is now. You can call it an error, you can call spot movement. If you are doing analysis and you find that point, how do you remove that from your analysis view? How do you remove that? With just one sentence, it might be an error. It might be. It's inconclusive, right? But for me, from what, and another thing, they said the same, this is B, right? You can copy anything. Because I like to believe in, I like to retain the fact for my sanity. Right? They said the Mohbad, that team went to view Mohbad's body. They didn't conduct the thing at that point. I think that I believe all the reason why they went there, they wanted to see the maybe that's a stab wound in the neck or whatever. And they said they couldn't find any stab wound, right? But on the contrary, right? On the contrary, when Mohbad's body was exhumed from that shameful coffin, I'll use that word. I don't know why they did that. Listen, whoever did that, they should just ask for forgiveness of God, right?
was a blood stain, right, in the coffin when it was exhumed. Now, the blood stain could come from too many things. When the body passes rigor mortis, people bleed from the hair. When it's going to the decomposing stage, you bleed from the mouth. Are you getting my point? Those are where the liquid will come out from the body orifice, which is the anus, and then from the eye socket, from the mouth, and from the hair. Are you getting my point? You get flush that makes with blood coming out. Now, when you see that, it kind of flashes your mind back to the stabbing. Are you getting my point? So these are the things that it's very difficult to put the pieces together. It keeps me up sometimes, I'm telling you. I'm not there, but I'm just looking at those little things. Because out of those little things, that's when you're going to find the real thing. Yeah, because for Papa to say his head was shaved, blah, 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 we now know from the two instances I've said, it's very difficult for me to believe that. Now from the stabbing, would the Papa legal team be compromised to lie?
Yeah, but the police said on their statement that it bled profusely. So
Yeah,
where is the bleeding coming from?
No, they said, police said that. I agree with what you said, right? But when they said it bled profusely, and we saw that little, and, right? First thing, where the wound was, and that it was on the right time or whatever, right? A body coming from the shore. Let me just play dummy here. Somebody coming from a shore who is completely charged and warm up, right?
Mm.